Dubai South, it's all over the headlines. Future airport hub, home to Expo City, branded as the next mega corridor of the UAE. But let me be honest with you, while it sounds as a gold mine on paper, right now it feels more like a desert of promises. Still, it might just be one of the smartest long-term investments that you can make. If and only if you understand what you're buying, where you're buying, and what the numbers really say. So in this video, I'll walk you through what Dubai South really looks like in 2025 and what is the perspective for 2026. What kind of ready and off-plan units are actually available with actual prices from DLD, DXB Interact, and all the offers that are currently now on Property Finder, Bayud, and other property engines, which projects might perform well in the long term, and why Emaar South could be the dark horse in here. Stick till the end because I'll share something very special that will help you navigate all these opportunities, cut through the marketing, and identify the most lucrative deals. Leave a thumbs up and let's dive in. Where even is Dubai South? Dubai South is located near the Al Maktoum International Airport, stretching across a massive area set to become the world's largest airport and Dubai's logistics, aviation, and residential powerhouse. It's already home to parts of Expo City, Dubai, and is surrounded by huge infrastructure plans, including the future metro extension, Dubai Logistics District, and Gulf districts. But here's the thing, most of it isn't actually built yet. So let's break down the actual off-plan inventory to see what's actually going on. Well, the biggest developer there is Emaar with the whole mega Emaar South projects. We will get back to it in a while, but for now, let's cover some of the other players that are in this area, and there are plenty of them actually. First of all, there is Trafford Residence with 1 bedrooms at around 934,000 dirhams and 2 bedrooms at around 1.23 million dirhams. That makes it a median price per square foot of 1,170 dirhams, and it will be ready in Q4 2025, so this year. Most of the amenities are pretty similar, but in this one specifically, there are plenty of sports amenities, Zen Garden, Cinema Deck, and you name it. There is also Cresswell Residence by Adev Properties with 1 bedroom starting at around 990,000 dirhams and 3 bedrooms going up to about 1.8 million dirhams. Again, another smaller developer, Abdul Wahad Fakit Properties. I haven't really heard of them, but that's what's on the market, so we're just going one by one to tell you what's actually in there. But we can see that more or less is the same price at around 900,000 dirhams for 1 bedrooms. HVM also has their property, which is VOI Residence Studios, starting at around 325,000 dirhams and 1 bedrooms at around 808,000 dirhams. So it's definitely cheaper than the previous two. But also delivery is going to be in 2025, so it definitely makes it as an attractive entry point for budget investors. There are plenty of other developers, and to name a few, there is AGN Skyline, there is Oxa Developer, there is Golden Woods, there is GFS, there is London Gate Real Estate Development, Wedstar, Credo, and of course we have Damak as well. Many of you reached out and also asked about the Azizi project, so to name one, obviously this is the Azizi Venice, with studios starting at around 642,000 dirhams, 1 bedrooms at around 1.1 million dirhams, and 3 bedrooms at 2.7 million. All this data is taken from DXB Interact, from the recent sales, and I've taken the median prices for all these projects separately. For this project in Azizi Venice, we have a huge 18-kilometer lagoon project with Opera House and Telecabin. Well, let's see how this unfolds. And there's also one of the freshest launches recently. So the price was up at around 1,700 dirhams per square foot. And while I don't actually recommend Azizi because we heard that there have some quality problems and so on, I still see that there is some opportunity here, and depending on the actual unit and project, maybe it makes sense. I personally never invested or worked with Azizi directly or through my clients, so I have no idea, but you asked me in the past videos, so I'm mentioning this project as well. So if you actually do have anything with them or you have some experience, please share in the comments below because I would really be interested to see how it went for you. And only then I will be able to actually judge and describe this project properly. Finally, there is the 83 by Oxa, which is also at around 995,000 dirhams for 1 bedrooms and around 1.26 million dirhams for 2 bedrooms. It offers strong lifestyle positioning, smart home features, and it's more or less the same price range as the ready units. So basically, we can see that all the projects that are more or less under 1 million dirhams in that area, those could be considered as somehow potential opportunities. However, I personally think this is more of a long-term play, and if you're willing to wait and invest a few years, pretty good years of your time, maybe 5, 7, then this could end up quite well for you. However, if you're going over the 1 million mark for a 1 bedroom apartment, I personally think that the ready units currently offer a way better perspective. The attractive part of this off-plan projects is that many of them offer pretty attractive payment plans. 60 and 40, with 40 being the percentage paid at handover and also 1% monthly payment plans. Just remember that the price per square foot is always usually higher than the ready ones in the same area. At least that was my perception when I was going over all these projects and analyzing them separately, and I felt that this is definitely something that I mentioned in the past videos. You know how I feel about off-plan pricing nowadays, but this is definitely happening in Dubai South as well. So it really ends up to which kind of deal you got, what was the price per square foot there, and whether there's actually some capital appreciation potential. If you're thinking of buying here, but you're unsure whether the pricing or the unit size makes sense, or you want someone to simply analyze the long-term value, this is exactly why I help investors with my one-to-one advisory calls. Let me break it down for you and help you make a good investment in Dubai. So book a call right now from the link in the description and let's get on a call. Now, what about the ready properties? Yes, there are ready units and they're not all so bad. First of all, there is Tenora by Damak, and I mentioned them previously, at 1 bedrooms with around 700,000 dirhams, even 685 where I found it, and 2 bedrooms with 933,000 dirhams. It's already delivering rental income and they have pretty good amenities as well. So the pool, gym, barbecues, landscape gardens. But again, all these amenities are kind of the same everywhere, so don't really get marketed and allured by this. Credo Investments is offering Majestic with studios starting at around 495,000 dirhams. It's near the Expo, it's move-in ready, and it's modern finish. Coming back to Damak, there is also Celestia with studios at around 500,000 dirhams, 2 bedrooms at around 1.16 million dirhams, and it's fully furnished, good entry price, still waiting for the full community ecosystem, but these are some of the options that I've analyzed and I've seen that are present in the market, and as you can see, it's kind of the same pricing as the off-plan, if not even better. You could argue that this might make more sense nowadays than some of the overhyped off-plan units. Now, what about Emaar South? Let me give you my honest take. While you might not expect this, I personally believe that Emaar South might succeed. Their communities are improving with every launch, and we've seen that from downtown going to Dubai Hills to Dubai Creek Harbor. Every time there is some better and good improvements. They learn, adapt. The build quality might not be the best, but it's still pretty solid comparing to some of the other players on the market. You receive your units, which is the most important thing. Most of them, well, I've heard that all of them are on time. Maybe you can correct me, but generally you're not in a stressful position with some other developers when you are unsure if they have that reputation. Emaar is very solid, we all know that. I mean, it's the biggest developer in Dubai, so definitely you are more secure in that aspect. Let me give you some of the projects that I found on Emaar Dubai South. And in terms of the apartments, we have the Golf Edge, we have Golf Dale, we have Urbana Residence, and also the Kappa Aka. The Golf Edge and Golf Dale were both launched in 2025, and the median price is at around 1,545,000 1,000 dirhams, and the median price per square foot is actually quite attractive at around 1,490 dirhams per square foot. The handover for Golf Edge is in Q1 2029, and the one for Golf Dale is in Q4 2028. Both of them are off-plan, and the unit prices for one bedrooms were actually starting at around 1.2 million dirhams. So in this case, we see that there is definitely some more demand into Emaar's Dubai South properties because, well, they have the reputation. And if we compare the prices that are currently on the market, we can see that there is already some increase. While I never ever recommend flipping off plan and so on, you can see that some people are doing this, which is definitely not happening in the other projects by other developers. However, in Dubai South, Emaar has actually a lot of villa projects and they're definitely quite interesting. So most of them were actually launched in 2024, and the names, to give a few, is the Golf Links, the Green Ridge, Golf Lane, Expo Golf Parkside, Golf Point. You can see that I'm saying golf so many times because that's what it's all about. There's also Fairway Villas, Expo Golf Green Views as well. So these are most of the buildings that have been launched in 2024. And to take an example, the Green Ridge Villas, the price for a 3-bedroom is at around 3.1 million dirhams, and for a 4-bedroom is at around 3.5 million dirhams, which makes it a very attractive price for an actual standalone villa. Now, here's the issue. Many of these hand over in 2028 and 2029, and currently the area is a massive construction site. At least in my opinion, the area is not really livable comparing to some other ones which are already delivered, and as an investor you can already have some cash flow from rental income. No shops, no ATMs, no metros yet, at least the new lines. So definitely this area has potential, but right now and perhaps in the next few years, it won't be as livable. It's kind of right now an infrastructure promise, not an actual reality. So if you're an investor who's looking after cash flows and not specifically capital appreciation, then this area might not actually be for you. So what's the long-term potential versus right now? Yes, the airport will open. Yes, the vision is also grand, but right now, if you're expecting short-term Airbnb returns or short-term capital gain here, you're probably dreaming. Or you want to be a off-plan flipper, and I don't think you're having the best future ahead if you're doing this in this area right now. That said, if you want long-term capital appreciation, early entry into a future economic zone, big developer names like Emaar and even Azizi, if you have a good experience with them, then that might work as well. Then yes, this might be a smart addition to your portfolio. But be selective. Please do your due diligence. Some developers are launching projects at 1,400 to 1,800 dirhams per square foot in an area with nothing around and with no infrastructure yet. So you really need to ask yourself, is it actually worth it? Is your exit strategy going to make sense, or what you're envisioning right now, is that making sense? If you're navigating Dubai South and don't want to get trapped by glossy brochures or hype videos, then I suggest checking out with my agency partner, Silver Springs Properties. They work data first and they know the hidden traps in that area as well. If you're serious about buying and you want a good deal, then they will definitely help you with finding one, negotiate it for you, or even offer off-market resales. Link in the description below. Also, I mentioned that I'll share something valuable at the end of this video, and that is a list of all the current projects that I found and researched in Dubai South. As of September 2025, their current offerings, the unit sizes, unit types, amenities, and price was cross-checked with DXP Interact, and current availabilities in Property Finder, Bayud, and any other property channels. I'll leave a link in the description. You can click on it and I'll share you the full list for you for free. I honestly hope this will help you, give you a better understanding of what's going on in this area, and hopefully it will avoid all kind of small or even big mistakes when you're going to invest. Dubai South might just be Dubai's future economic city, but we're still very early. Until infrastructure catches up, be cautious. If you're buying, do the math. Price per square foot versus readiness versus ROI. Prioritize ready units or units that will be handed over earlier than some of the others if you want returns quicker. Stick to known developers like Emaar for stability and security. If you want unbiased sourcing help, where I find a project within your budget, goals, and timeline without pushing a specific developer, I'm not affiliated, so I really don't care. It's a fixed fee and I'll find exactly what you need. All links are below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.